Yeah, buddy. Who we got? Wow, 120 people. Ladies and gentlemen, like and share. It's all happening this evening. Welcome to Operation Radial Freedom, episode 69. Ah, look at Barrelos there getting it all ready for this evening. Yeah, buddy. We're waiting for some beautiful guests this evening. Has to be all off camera. Can you hear me okay? Oh, hold on. Comments will appear. No one's commented? Really? Can you comment? Hello? That's weird. I can't see anything. Oh, there you go. And now, who's Big Bong first? Hi, Nick Gridgey.
Good evening. What a
workshop.
What a workshop here.
Go sick as cunt.
Hoist up the front, customer lounge,
microphone.
customer pool, dyno to the left. What a facility.
Good country, Australia.
Australia's a great country. Where are we?
Oh, your missus said we're very late. I was doing an update on the phone. Dale Hellier, how are you? We're unable to tell anyone because our wives might be watching.
Only Lagara. Is that what that is?
Yeah, Lagara. Wow. Barrelos is on it. No.
Bloody hell.
Can you host it from Sefton Playhouse? Absolutely.
That's like it. Well, they're coming on board next.
Wow, don't say that, man.
What's going on here?
It's all happening. Let me move it back a little bit. So, you happy with that? Push him in. I can't do that. Good. CJ Angel, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, like and share. He's drinking as well, absolutely.
A couple of regs here, mate. A couple of regs. There's a bit of a tidal wave happening in the back.
I didn't even notice that. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 69.
Episode 69.
That's why I'm happy. It's
brought
episode
to you by, who else?
Brought to you by, go on.
Speedy Differentials.
Speedy Diffs, ladies
now
and
at the
gentlemen.
new and improved 28 Violet Street.
28 Violet Street. 1004 Botany Road. SpeedyDiffs.com.au.
Two locations.
Go and like his Facebook page. And we go for the Steve Spirit. Nigel, how's the Barra? Absolutely loving the Barra. Elite Race Parts, ladies and gentlemen, for any of your Proline requirements, for any requirements on fuel tech, anything from the US, but specifically with Proline, please reach out to new and service units. Absolutely. Please reach out to Elite Race Parts. Like and share, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Tarabo, how are you, sir? Hope you're well.
Good evening, Frankie.
The Strauer Group, ladies and gentlemen, for demolition, for excavation, those sorts of things in the construction industry, please contact Peter Strauer. Plant and machinery, that's correct.
They've got stuff for hire, I believe, too.
No, that's right.
The guys are, mate, go on their page and see what they're doing.
Always impressing me, you are, Barrelos. Strauer Group there. If you need anything, guys, Strauer Group, please. Yeah, the boys. Who is really for Black Friday? Who is ready for Black Friday
sales?
Tommy Goldsborough, how are you? Petros Killerby, ladies and gentlemen, without, it will be remiss of us. Australian Muscle Car Sales.
Commercial Road, Kings Road.
Vic, some of the best guys we've ever met.
Absolutely, man.
Big
supporters, big sponsors.
I'll tell them a story, right? So
you certainly can.
The Bathurst Flying Fifth, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we did all the refunds as we announced, and
Twice.
They were very generous in offering to not take the payment back, but we obviously provided a refund to them as well. But great guys, some of the best cars in Australia, if not, I would say the best examples of some of the cars that go through there. Ladies and gentlemen, please contact them or go to the website, australianmusclecarsales.com.au. Hope you can hear us okay and check them out. Support the people that support us.
Ask for Mike Selby.
Or Chris Ortzis.
Rod Kearns is there as well.
So. Frugas Levedia, I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Yusuf Abraham, Argyle Automotive, how are you, sir? Peter Papp, you're the best, man. How are you?
Yusuf Abraham, check that pump out, mate.
Tuner's Edge.
These guys will sell you a 460 wall, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement for all 175 of you watching. Like and share. Next Friday is normally the Black Friday sales in the US. We will have exclusive offers from Tuner's Edge on Operation Radial Freedom before Friday. Did you hear that? You want your turbos, you want your Turbo Smart, you want your Garretts, you want your Precisions, you need oils, you need Platinum Racing products, you need fittings, you need fuel, whatever you need.
Engine parts.
Tyres. From
Pistons,
Mickey
rods,
Thompson, pincers, rods.
Lock, stock and barrel.
Billet, non-billet, like, whatever you need. Barra, SR, RB, the whole lot. Tunersedge.com.au. There are things happening very shortly with the Tuner's Edge team. Congratulations to Arthur on picking up his new GR Yaris. Mate, that thing made 155 kilowatts at the wheels.
What?
Factory, 3-cylinder turbo.
What does it make at the motor? What are they rated? Like 180 or 200 or something?
I don't know, man. It must be.
Wow. 3-cylinder?
3-cylinder, turbocharged, 3-cylinder, all-wheel drive, 155 kilowatts at all four wheels.
I might get one.
Bro, the thing was sidestepping in the rain. No, one of the best cars out there. I can't believe
Was that
it.
auto, manual? Or
Manual.
Manual, okay.
Yeah, HKS has already brought out revisions.
Somebody told me it may have been the first one in the country as well.
It was the first one,
Not just
dyno
to be
tune.
delivered, but to be dynoed as well.
Absolutely, first one.
So there you go, Tuner's Edge.
Krieger, what's the turbo? Absolutely. For all the nitrous guys. Yeah, you can get your nitrous from there too. Yeah,
Nitrous kits are on special. If they weren't, they are
absolutely.
now.
Vic, who's next?
The lads at Plasma Man.
Plasma Man! PlasmaManRacing.com, ladies and gentlemen. Go to Plasma Man Racing, guys. I have to tell you this. Any custom orders, ladies and gentlemen, so any custom orders for intercoolers and so on, I just had to move the stand there, for any intercoolers or their big injectors. I think they got the big injectors in stock, but coolers and things, dude, you're looking at January now.
Well, and it potentially may get pushed back.
It might get pushed
There's been
back.
a mad rush. I mean, there's been a mad rush since sort of April 1st, since
Look,
the start of COVID. So
I had someone message me about a 2J intake, and guys, you're looking at January. So, ladies and gentlemen, like and share. It's all happening. Not a tune, absolutely, Todd. It wasn't a tune on the thing.
Yeah.
Ray Lulash, how are you, sir? You're a gentleman, absolutely.
Brent Curran from New Zealand. Good
Petros,
evening.
congratulations on your F3. Brent Curran, you're the man in New Zealand. Actually, Brent, we might be coming to New Zealand. There's one more. We would be remiss. Ladies and gentlemen, the last sponsor for this evening, Archie's. The one and only Archie's Flame Grill Burgers, Vic.
Get your laughing gear around that.
Get your Radial Burger at Archie's Burgers. The man is tireless in his work hours. Relentless, absolute commitment.
Good times, bad times. He'll be there crunching them out, giving stuff away to people, whatever it takes, man.
Pelekas is the definition.
He's a food connoisseur, mate. Or a burger connoisseur,
of
man.
variable cam, twin turbo.
It's all happening.
Just when you think that it's coming in, the power comes back in. And ladies and gentlemen, go and see Archie's. Some of the best burgers you're going to try in town. Look, and it's personal preference, I understand that, but honestly, if you've had an Archie's burger, you can taste the difference. The patties are like 3 times the size of what you normally get out there. Grant Henderson, ESP Racing, how are you, sir? Thanks for taking my call yesterday. Look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, as Roll Racing is next week. Don't talk about pushback and delays on parts. Weeks, delays, and fucked. Cameron Scene, absolutely. Brent Curran, man, I was speaking to Yusuf. Yusuf, mate. Yeah, mate. Oh, we got more? Oh, sorry.
We do.
Sorry, bro.
We do. No, but keep going. Just to interrupt you. The
Adam
good lads
Nicholas,
at
how are
Power
you?
Crew, Mr. Gupp himself, Sean Hull and the crew. I think they've got a couple more events coming up.
Absolutely. Power Crews, and they've announced their Christmas party. Bring me some Archie's burgers. We'll get that done, Grant. You know us. Is there anyone else? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just threw that one up there. But anyway, got you.
Calantis the Porsche, how are you? Okay, so this evening, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a different episode. We're nice and relaxed, as you can see behind us. We've enjoyed a few laps in the pool with a couple of beers and had a few...
Pool, dyno to my left, hoist up the front.
Whatever you do. Well, it's the new kid in town. But DD, Mildura Sunstrip test and tune this Saturday, live stream sporting... Scribe Muscle YouTube. Okay, no problem at all.
Thank you, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Dee Dee, for keeping us updated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've put some questions up on tonight's episode. Just want to let everyone know as well, we would be remiss. Motive DVD have the Cootamundra event, I believe, is on this week. Drag Battle has been delayed a few times, and Motive DVD, Andrew Hawkins reached out to us.
Yes,
Vic will go to a message from myself, and I believe he'll see a couple of details there, but that's on. Yeah, Jarley, how are you, sir? Mitchell Rowe, how are you?
What have we got here? I actually did see a number of cars, a couple of Evos. They're on the back of a trailer, probably about 6 o'clock on Princess Highway.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm using a microphone, ladies and gentlemen. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me okay? I've got Mitchell Rowe saying he's got no sound. Testing 1, 2, 3, ladies and gentlemen. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Coming back at you, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Yeah, no, I saw a couple
that.
of Evos. I believe they might have been
Working.
from the lads out here at
Leckers, yes.
at Elite Auto House there.
I can hear you
So,
loud and clear,
I
yeah.
guess they're making their way over to Kuta. Well, here's the
Dee-Dee,
information.
loud and clear. Yep, thank you. Manny, yeah, Manny.
We're all good. We're all back on.
All good, thank you. Cindy, thank you.
So just repeating, Sam, a couple of Evos I saw. They were glad wrapped around the front and back and sides.
Protecting them.
Protecting them.
Absolutely.
One orange car, one green car. I believe it had Auto House Elite or something like that. So the guys obviously there with some radials making their pilgrimage out to Cootamundra and do something at Drag Challenge or Drag Battle this weekend. The information is as follows from the Andrew Hawkins. Drag Battle and GTR Challenge are going ahead November 13 and 14. Council allowed only this event due to its 11-year history, but capped it at 150 people and 50 cars. So just capping it. 150 people and 50 cars. You know, people saying 200 people, 300, all this. So no. So point being, all the numbers are full. The 50 cars are mental. The lowest powered GTR is 1,000. We have 10 WRX and Evos that all run single digits and are around the 900 to 1,000 horsepower. So it's going to be a massive event. All coverage released on Motive Video YouTube channel. Second event, GTR Festival is going ahead on November 28th. Border will be open to Victoria by then. There is a test day on Friday the 27th, run by the track, so enter through them. So just repeating, if anyone wants to come to the GTR Festival and race at the test day on the Friday, you do need to enter via the track.
Sydney Dragway?
Sydney Dragway.
Motive DVD?
Sydney Dragway.
Sydney Dragway.
So you need to enter through them.
When is that event?
That's on the 27th
Of?
November.
It won't be happening.
Well, there may be potential changes, but you know, at this stage, you know, with the board open, etc., pending the track is gearing up and ready to go. Well, there you go, Todd May. Thank you for the updated information.
Todd May. Todd May is at Tuner's Edge as well, and he's got. Can you also
finger on the pulse? Thank you.
Can you also put up your GoPro company as well, mate? Because we're going to have you there. GTR Festival. Thank you, Christopher. Tony, where's the hat? No hat this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was in the pool. We can't wear a hat when you're in the pool. See the beautiful pool behind me.
So GTR Festival on the 12th of December, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for the amended dates.
Absolutely.
There's also a Nismo meet as part of the GTR Festival, so other Nissan race cars can enter to race at the GTR Festival. We have an imposter class for 6, 7 and 8 second Japanese cars who want to challenge some GTRs too. So that'll be pretty good. Bit of heads up stuff. Yeah, okay. You think you got a fast car, whether it may be a 2J, we think you got a Barra, whether whatever, and you can.
No, but he said Japanese cars.
Well, a Barra's not Japanese.
Can a Barra enter?
Well, if it's in the bloody 200SX, it can. So I don't know. You know, there may be something like that can happen. Japanese cars who want to challenge some GTRs too have to get approval to enter from us. So obviously, if you do want to race and you do think you have a car that may fit the criteria, obviously at the Nismo meet, just contact Andrew Hawkins here, Motive DVD.
Motive DVD, ladies and gentlemen, let them know that we sent you. Go to Motive DVD, get Hawkins all, he'll be nice and
We
happy.
do have a couple more announcements here that have been popped up. In 2021, just moving forward, GTR Challenge and Drag Battle in May, obviously moved back for obviously what's happened this year with COVID. Muscle Car Challenge is looking at happening. GTR Festival is happening on the 29th of May. Runway Thrash in September. And we've got Japanese Car Festival in November 27th. Same style as event as the GTR without display, traders, Motorcana, and a few other bits and pieces there. End of month meets will continue. Different showcase theme each month. We'll do Aussie Muscle, Chrome Bumper, Euro more. So basically anything goes, guys. Andrew Hawkins getting the end of month meet there, so everyone can get out there and show their cars and have a good night out with your friends.
Thanks for covering that off.
Wow. Thank you, Andrew, for the information again. And thank you for relaying that. Thank you for the guys for a couple of updates as well.
I would also be remiss if I didn't announce that Christian and the boys at Pro Street Drag are having a huge cruise on the 21st of this month, and we've allocated
Radials only.
We've allocated a $100 gift voucher, ladies and gentlemen, from Tuner's Edge. Arthur from Tuner's Edge was kind enough to donate a $100 gift voucher. The boys will choose the car of the night. And the boys are in conjunction with Operation Radial Freedom and obviously my page Jet275. We're going to be providing a $100 voucher from Tuner's Edge, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're in Sydney and you want to join that cruise, go to Pro Street Drag, ladies and gentlemen. James Curry and obviously Christian. And we've had the boys on before. We've provided them with a $100 voucher for them to give away. So that's happening on the 21st of this month, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we'd be remiss,
yes,
Vic. On the last episode, Vic, we had the board of Sydney Dragway. We had a lot of great feedback.
Amazing show, amazing interviews there.
We also had some hard-hitting questions, Vic, and we try and especially after some dramas that we've had over the last 18 months, try not to upset too many people, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we can only ask the questions that are asked of us.
And facts are facts.
And facts are facts, ladies and gentlemen.
As a lot of people have said in the past.
Now, the biggest thing that is critical when we're dealing with public works and when we're dealing with a track that doesn't belong to anyone but the racer.
Yep.
Let's make that clear. No track in Australia can operate without the racer.
Absolutely.
I don't care if it's a privately owned track, a government-owned track, a semi-owned track. I don't care who
Whatever
it
the
is.
format or combination may be.
If you have a track that has a racetrack that is a racetrack. You need racers to race on the racetrack, Vic. Is that correct?
Otherwise, you got a what do you got? Tumbleweed.
Otherwise, you got a good place to park cars. That's about it, right? Now, you can turn that racetrack into a horse track or a dog track, but let me tell you, unless you have race cars, Vic, you can't do anything with it.
No standing signs up.
Okay.
That's what we want to see. Cars racing.
So let's get to a few points that I raised as a precursor to the show. I had 5 or 6 questions that we wanted to talk about tonight.
Yep.
The first, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to talk about a press release that was released by Sydney Dragway after the event that took place last Thursday, where we showed everyone the track. There's been some events run at the track as well.
Yep. I think they've done maybe 800 laps now, or they did 800 laps after the first Wednesday night street meeting. And Adrian Hodges had the privilege of going down there again first, as he did back in 2004. So good on him for getting out there and having a go with his car. And well done.
Poton, how are you? Like and share, ladies and gentlemen. This is the People's Show this evening, and hopefully, Vic, we don't have 400,000 votes rock up at 3 or 4 a.m.
Well, there's going to be votes. I mean, we'll do a recount.
We'll do a recount.
If we've got to go to Melbourne and recount, if we've got to go to WA and do a recount, you know, we're not going to use Sharpies. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
No Sharpies allowed.
You know, a democracy's going to speak.
And at the end of the day, Vic, we can jump in the pool and relax. Okay? Because a lot of people...
the votes are being tallied.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Should we just read that press there? I'm pretty sure most people are aware of it.
Now, most people would be aware that...
But kudos to those who...
Frank Tarabay is like a brother to us, right? He's a brother of the show. I think he's a brother to all the racers. He's definitely got the best interest of the racers and the best interest of the corporate sponsors that are coming to those races. Miroslav, how are you? Cameron Seen, how are you? That's what happened in Adelaide for years. We had such a bad attitude in politics. Absolutely, Cameron. I'm going to get to that very shortly. Like and share, ladies and gentlemen. This is important for you, the racer, and the racer's family. I want to see liking and sharing, please. Like and share, like and share.
Excuse me.
Now, we had a good discussion with Frank, and there seems to be some conjecture, Vic, in photographs and videos around the grooving finish at the racetrack. Now, let's be very clear here, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever tried to stick something on glass? It's not easy.
No.
So putting traction compound on a surface that is as smooth as glass defeats the purpose. And you see that on tracks that have tried to have a smooth surface underneath. Normally when the heat of day comes, they normally rip up a part of that surface. They normally need to re-prep. It takes about 3 hours of downtime. People get the shits and they leave.
Or cars are spinning
for that part of
the event. Or cars are spinning between... Or that final even, maybe.
That's right. Or cars are going to keep spinning if they hit that section. All right.
Providing you've got a dedicated, traction aid scenario happening.
Absolutely. Greg Taylor, how are you? And I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. So far, are we right? Are me and Vic right? So far, ladies and gentlemen, let us know we're on the same page. Now, in regards to the groove surface, I've actually contacted a few people in the US about this.
Yes.
People that own tracks and people that run tracks in the US. They've said to me, you cannot have a totally smooth surface. It will not allow tractive effort from the traction compound to stick. You can put as much as you want on there. Heat will be your worst enemy. Okay. Now, based on that information, Tarabay still wants to get the surface a bit better, Vic.
Well,
it is 150% better than what it was. You've had racers tell you that feedback, yes or no?
Well, they've said that the actual drive quality is been second to none.
Second to none.
Now, basically what people have said, the actual groove themselves are at 50% less depth than what they were.
Yes.
Having said that, these guys are going above and beyond again, and I believe are going to increase that again.
And I'll put it to you this. I'll put it to you this way, ladies and gentlemen. The feedback that Vic and I received is that Sydney Dragway does not want to be known as one of the best in the world. They want to be known as the best racing surface in the world. Now, based on that, Vic, read the press statement. Please.
Hence why the press statement was released.
Let's go.
Okay, this came out 10th of November at 10 minutes to 3. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen it, but we will go through it. Sydney Dragway 2020 Trackworks update. The remaining rounds of the 2020 Atura Blacktown New South Wales Championship Series will be postponed due to continuous further track works being required as part of the overall facilities upgrades commenced in June 2020. The new concrete surface has been ground to remove the top slurry and achieve the flatness tolerances that were set by the project steering committee in conjunction with the overseeing engineer. So, guys, these guys have set the track. They've put a couple of little cars down to go there, a few laps, what have you, 800 laps, whatever it was there, just to sort of get a bit of a feel for the track. Obviously, that was just being part of it. And they've come back and said, you know what? We want to go to a new level and give these guys the best, the safest track possible. And the fastest track.
Congratulations to Frank Tarabay and the board of Sydney Dragway for taking steps to not only ensure that the track is the best it can possibly be.
I'll reread that.
To not only ensure that the surface is conducive to the best times that it can be. Yes, it's going to put us back 3 to 4 weeks, Vic.
That's
yes, there's going to be. There's going to be
nothing in the scheme.
There's going to be additional cost, costings that weren't budgeted for. I get it. Congratulations, Frank. Congratulations to your team. Congratulations to the steering committee. Congratulations to Sydney Dragway for having the balls to say yes, but not yet. That's what happened here.
So just repeating, the new concrete surface has been ground to remove the top slurry and achieve flatness. Tolerances that were set by the project steering committee in conjunction with the overseeing engineer. The initial grind has produced a track surface with a superior ride quality, score never achieved or seen at Sydney Dragway. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys would probably maybe keen to get out there and see what it's like and, you know, not voice their opinion, but, you know, say, hey, you know, we may want this or that, but at the end of the day, these guys here said, you know what, we need to do more, and they are doing it.
Congratulations to them. Ladies and gentlemen, Lube, how are you?
Good evening, Luby.
Rodney, why is everyone stressing 2020 as a rider? Felicia will be on point next year. Keep up the good work. Well done, Rodney.
Even if it takes a month, it doesn't
Scotty
matter.
Harker, can't wait to have a track of the new surface. Christian, how are you? I announced your cruise. Can you put your cruise details up as well? Thank you. $100 voucher. Now, ladies and gentlemen, okay, sorry. I was holding the mic. It's probably picking up a lot of the a lot of voice. Thank you so much. Okay.
I'll just finish that off, Sam, or you want to say something there?
Well, no, I just want to talk about Sydney Dragway a little bit more. Guys, this is the problem in drag racing, yeah? Please. A lot of Monday night quarterbacks. I understand there are people passionate, Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm not an engineer,
Like I said, everybody wants to have a say, and that's great, but you know what? These guys have put their hand up, and they've said, you know what? We're going to give you the safest, fastest surface out there. Hence why the scope of works is being finalised.
I'm not an engineer. You're not an engineer.
No.
Unless you have built a racetrack before, please, ladies and gentlemen, please. These guys understand that they're trying to give the best possible facility, not just track. That's the focus, but inclusive of all facilities.
The whole facility itself.
The whole facility is being revamped, right? So please, ladies and gentlemen, have some patience. Steve Mitre is saying a change of committee. Look, there are some great people on the committee. And look, I believe the track is trying their best.
And hence why everyone received that notification.
Absolutely. And I think communication's probably the best it's been.
Absolutely. Well done to everybody there that said, hey, you know what?
Absolutely.
We've made a start. We need to do a couple of final finishing touches. And you know what? We will reap all the benefits at the end of the day. So well done to Frank Tarabay Steering Committee and everyone at Sydney Dragway.
Absolutely.
I'll just finish it off here, Sam.
The
initial grind has also produced the expected surface grooves and ridges as the last grind on the previous track did. These small ridges in the surface have not been accepted by the project steering committee, who have been evaluating the options for the finishing grind on the track. Whilst these ridges have not affected the opening of our track for street cars, our Aeroflow race for real events, it was anticipated that the finish grind could be undertaken quickly, paving the way to allow faster competition cars out onto the track. The project steering committee is working through the delivery of this finish of the surface as quickly as possible, whilst resolving a hardware issue in one of the scoreboards. The project steering committee, board, management staff and many officials are eager to see you back at the track on a surface that will showcase, I'll repeat, will showcase drag racing, not just around the world, not just around Australia, but around the world.
Correct.
We apologise to our competitors' fans who have been inconvenienced. We are working at getting our high-performance race cars also back out at the track as soon as possible. Due to the short 2020 season, the Atura Blacktown New South Wales Championship Series will now be incorporated in the 21 calendar. Points earned in 2020 will be carried forward, and count towards the final total. So that's fantastic there. It is expected that once the surface has been finalised, we'll resume with a focus and test on tunes on the Aeroflow Race for Real events to ensure that all the racers have ample opportunity to race on the racetrack prior to the recommencement of the Championship Drag Racing Series. More information will be provided over the coming weeks in terms of expected timetable for return racing. We will see you at the Dragway very soon. Please note that Aeroflow Race for Real
Which
on
just
the 11th,
happened. Yep.
go ahead as planned, which you did. Guys drove on there last night. They said it was fantastic. So well done to everybody there.
Absolutely. Now, we've spoken about Sydney Dragway. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a really good chat with a friend of the show.
I think they've raised the bar, Sydney Dragway.
they have.
I think they have. You know? I mean, like I said, what do I think? I can't wait to race there. That will be the telling tale, and the scoreboard will reflect that.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
with what these
And
guys
I-
have
and
said,
I'm
with
really-
what they've said, what they're doing, and the way they're driving this. Well, you know, how can you not fail? Yeah.
One thing that you can't do in drag racing is actually bullshit, because the time cards don't lie.
Well, they don't.
Okay, so if you're going to turn around and say, like, this is the best track in
Or
the
maybe
world,
there's one track. There's a unicorn track overseas, but
okay.
no. Generally speaking, the time cards
barrels.
don't lie.
You get on the
We know, we
you
know.
get on the start line. I hear you come on the trans brake. It normally sounds like Hong Kong New Year. If I see that tyre plant, I know you're going to be on a
Well,
pass.
we know what we've run on an inferior track to
Okay.
what we're having now.
So
So
now-
why wouldn't we have faster times, better PBs, a safer track with a better track in terms of flatness, a better track in terms of, or a superior track in terms of grip, and a process where the actual level of grip is going to be higher.
Operation Radial Freedom, right? Let's talk about
Let's
it.
hope we don't have to pull
Sorry.
track bite out of the track. People are pulling diff centers out.
Yusuf
That's
Abraham.
what I want to see.
I believe Vic will be working on the Tirana in the coming weeks, mate. Get that back out because we'll get that ready
I've
for
told
the
him
track.
I'm a phone call away, and I believe he's nearly ready to go.
I believe
Or
he's nearly
probably
ready. No, he's
so
nearly ready.
he'll give me the
Perry
green light.
Boulevard, did you finalise the Screwbone Hemi deal yet? Scotty Harker, stop throwing daggers. The haters need to be more grateful. The guys have done an amazing job. They can come down to Melbourne. Okay, let's talk about Melbourne.
Denko, thanks for your support.
I want everyone
See
on
what
Melbourne.
Denko's got? He's got a fast small block Capri turbo
Oh,
charge.
yeah, have you seen that?
That's fast, man. But anyway, go on. That's fast.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone from Victoria. Mate, I'm a nobody.
I'm Batman.
Okay, you're Batman, I'm nobody. Okay. But I'll tell you, we've got some amazing people in Victoria that are very good friends of ours. Yeah, let's talk Tuner's Edge. Yeah, we've got Tuner's Edge. You've got Vince and Michael.
Yeah.
Used to, I don't know if they still
Kevin
do.
Dennis.
Kevin Dennis HSV.
Yep.
It's probably going to be Kevin Dennis Chev now or whatever it may
Michael
be.
Vlasakakis from V Motors.
They bought your old, you bought their old VL.
Bought their old car
The
and
original?
made my pilgrim.
You made your pilgrimage, yep.
10 years later.
Absolutely. We know Nick Zarakis very well. We know a lot of racers.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Pazzo,
There's a lot.
right?
There's a lot.
Daniel. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have
A lot of fast radial guys down there, mate.
I have a very significant question for everyone in Victoria. I've been very diplomatic, ladies and gentlemen, very diplomatic, Vic, in my responses on questions.
It's
that,
just the certain votes and emails that have come through and text messages
okay,
since the last show.
How many emails did you get since the last show regarding Victoria?
Look, I've had, honestly, probably about 23, 24, 25, mate. Yeah, 20.
And how many calls?
There's been a number of calls, but I would say you've had probably triple.
No, look, I've had.
We don't need to make this into a voting contest.
It's not Biden.
But if people are saying things here, there must be something, yeah?
Look.
So maybe people can tell us.
I was polite. All I did was ask a question. Yeah? All I did was ask a question. If someone can give me an update on all the tracks.
We said this last week, we said that the week
Because
before.
you've got Talon
Please,
Ben. You've got Talon Ben. What's happening with Talon Ben?
give us an update, guys. Please, you want to come on the show, have a chat? Our pleasure.
I'm
let us
happy
know,
to invite-
not us, let the racers know what is happening.
Don't worry about me.
Communication.
Don't
Sydney
worry about you.
Sydney Dragway, fantastic communication.
Because we've probably got more information than what most people want us to have in the sport, right? And that's fine. There's a lot of it we can't talk about because we want to unite the sport, not tear it apart. All I'm asking
You focus on the good things moving forward, you know?
all I'm asking for.
Don't you?
Yeah, the ghost. How are you? We're just thanking Tarabay for making the call on getting the track better at Sydney and all the steering committee. Let's talk about Melbourne Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, don't keep asking me what's happening in Victoria. Send a message to the people that own the track. Send a message to the people that run the track.
Representatives.
Send a message to the governing bodies that are in charge of the tracks there.
Can somebody from there come on the show?
I'm happy to invite anyone on the show that has an official position at any of the tracks in Victoria.
Victoria, South Australia, WA, Tasmania, Northern Territory, wherever.
Now,
Come on.
Warren Barmer and Dee Dee said Mildura is having a test and tune this weekend. It'll be live streamed on YouTube. Can you guys put where it's going to be live streamed?
Send us the link, please, so we can put it up. Thank you, Warren.
The regional track in Victoria
These guys are pushing hard.
are pushing hard. We're for the racer. We've got a racetrack. We need racers. Now,
These are the same guys that are getting on here and saying these events are happening.
ladies and gentlemen, I have a business, and I know what it takes to run a business. You need revenue, and to cover your costs. Yeah,
It's not easy.
it's not easy. So when you're running a track, what are the costs? So you've got ambulance, insurance, big cost. Fire, cost. Traction compound, cost. Volunteers, you might give the volunteers a couple of bucks.
They may.
You've got lighting.
Staff.
Lighting.
Yeah.
So there's general expenses to put on an event.
Lighting, water,
Okay.
etc.
Let's just say that's $10,000, Vic.
Yep.
$10,000.
I don't believe it would be that, but if someone can say otherwise, please let us know.
Okay, you own a track. I'm going to run the track for you. You say to me, Sam,
If you're looking at a
you're
$6,000 track hire, or I mean, all right,
I'm just going to give you an even
Yeah.
number, right? Let's say that amount is $10,000.
Yep.
How many cars do I need in order to run an event and make money? So you'd want to have enough cars where you can cover your 10,000,
Yes.
and maybe in Vic you want to have enough cars where you can make another 10,000, so you can put that in the bank, so you can start promoting and doing some other things at the track. Isn't that what you would do?
Yes.
So what do you need to make 20 grand?
I don't know. I mean, if you could get 200 cars at, say, let's just say even $60 a car, well, do the math. $12,000.
Okay.
Do it at 100 cars. It's $20,000.
Okay.
So, you know, if the initial outlay is $10,000
Yeah.
to get the thing going,
Yeah.
well, there's $10,000 here, yeah?
Okay.
I'm just making a simple analogy, yeah? Simple example.
Phil, I've reached out to someone that obviously works with Pete. Okay, so I've asked the question. I haven't had a response, so I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I'm telling the racers now, Phil, if anyone's got a question, and anyone, it's not just Phil, it's a good question. Has anyone contacted? I've sent a message of which someone's read a message, and I'm waiting for a response.
Can people tell us what is happening?
But it's not that I'm attacking Pete or anyone involved at Calder Raceway. I'm telling the racer, don't come to me and Vic alone. Because if I'm asking the question, you guys need to be asking the questions about what's happening.
Does anyone have any answers?
Mildura's just put on the YouTube thing here.
Fantastic.
Right?
Thank you,
Well done,
Dee.
Mildura. But
So is there any reason why these other tracks aren't moving forward? Is it still a COVID issue? Is it not an issue? Is it a numbers issue? What is the issue with all these other tracks moving
I'm
forward?
agnostic as well when it comes to sanctioning bodies. Of course, I'm an IHRA member because my local track and the track that I race in at Willowbank Raceway is an IHRA track.
Correct.
So I don't have an Andrew membership. I'll divulge that at the moment. However, if Brett Stevens from Andrew wants to come on, more than happy to have Brett on.
Absolutely.
Right? Because Brett will give us an update on what's happening in other states
As
as
he
well,
has-
as he
in
has
the past.
before, right? However,
But the tracks themselves. The tracks themselves. Who are the people at these tracks? Come up, let us know what's going on. Hey, he's busy doing great with APSA.
anyway,
Okay.
I'm not turning this into a
No, this goes for every single track and everybody
This
involved.
goes
out
for
there.
Adelaide.
Communication.
It goes for
Perth,
New
Motorflex.
Zealand. It goes for Perth. It goes for anyone.
Willowbank.
Don't rely on Vic and I to do the
We're happy with
investigative
the outreach, but
journalism.
guys, you've got to give us the information too.
Absolutely.
We're happy to share with you. We're happy if you guys are the voice. Tell us. If you're at a track, you want to come on here, why are the tracks not operating some of these other tracks? Is it still a COVID issue?
Absolutely.
Is there restrictions? I
Let-
mean, we can't be blaming COVID on bloody everything. I mean, we just had 40,000
Our mate will
people
hear you.
and Berejiklian jumping up and down at a bloody New South Wales versus Queensland state of origin. So you tell me what the problem is. You can't tell me we can't have 200 cars at the track and 200 people in the grandstands. Nah, man. And even if you don't have spectators, put 200 cars in. What's the problem? What is the issue?
Mate, 200
Why can't
cars-
we have 200 cars there
All
at
right.
$60, $100, whatever it is? I don't understand.
Anyone in Victoria right now watching?
Is COVID still? I mean, is that
It's a-
Daniel's
it's
bloke
still a
still
problem.
got people
No,
behind
it's
monkey
still,
bars?
it's still a problem apparently, right? It's still a problem. That's
Well, can
fine.
someone tell us for the tracks or tell your people? A simple email. Who's registered at the track? Who's the IHRA member? Who's the Andron member? December, whatever, send out an email.
Yeah.
That's all. It's simple information.
That's all we want to sort of get across. Mick Duff, Heathcote is running on Sunday. COVID limited numbers. How many people, please?
What is the number?
Nick, can you let me know, please?
What is the number? Is it 50? Is it 200? Is it 60 cars?
Anyone in Victoria, if you were to race at a track, yeah? Now, you guys have been locked up in Victoria for 2
everyone's
months,
itching
right?
to go, man.
There's still restrictions. I get it, yeah?
But what is the number?
But there can be an update, right? But let me get...
Jurors on Sunday. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Thank you.
Let
Charlie.
me get to this point, Vic. If you haven't been able to get out of your house, let alone into a racetrack...
These guys want a 5 kilometre bloody radius, mate.
Okay. Say, for instance, they're allowed to run. Yeah?
Okay, but what is the number? That's all we're saying.
Would you fire up your car...
Absolutely.
...and pay $100 to
Listen, you can't tell me if they said right now we're allowed 100 people to go to Calder Park.
Yeah.
This is an example.
Yeah.
Right now there's 100 cars that can go race, 100 people won't show up. You'll have 200 people show up.
And then you've got to fight them off.
Even at $100. At 150, they will go to the track. I can tell you Arthur Tuner's Edge will probably have 20 cars to go down himself.
And he would pay $500 because he does private track
whatever.
cars,
What
right?
I'm saying is, you
Yeah.
know, what's the story?
Go for it.
No, that's all I'm asking. It's a simple question. I'm only reiterating what people are reaching out and saying. So if someone can help us out, that'll be fantastic.
Here we go. Ernest Hudson, we pay $150 a car for a test and tune. I'm happy to pay that. Even for Wednesday night, it's $60. More than fair.
Well, that's right.
I'm
It's only
sure
$60
everyone would be happy
Wednesday.
to pay a little more for the best rate. Okay. Mackay, absolutely, Ernest. Well done. Mackay has big meeting on the 21st. Thank you, Nathan Rose.
Thanks for everyone. Keep
Chris
updating
Curry.
that.
Vicky's blowing up. Someone give him a cup of green tea. Carmelo has tagged someone. Per car and only limited crew. Absolutely, but would you pay $100 to race? If you're from Victoria and
they said there's 100 spots or 150 spots. Of course you would.
Okay, so
you
that's...
pay 200, who cares?
So
You've got a $100,000 machine, 50 grand, whatever you pay.
Maybe I'm not good at maths, you're good at maths. 200...
20,000.
By 100.
20, that's it. 20k. And if the track's 10 grand to hire, what's the problem, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Ladies and gentlemen...
Does it make sense? Not? Please, correct me if I'm wrong. Give us some intel, open the gates. Get Andrews to the bloody track, drag him, put him in a passenger seat.
Mick Duff goes 250 at Calder and he got 2 runs. All right, last November.
Yeah.
All right, look, this is not a Calder bashing.
No.
This is all tracks, yeah? Heathcote included. The deadline...
And things are moving well there as well, I hear. Is that correct?
Yeah,
sir?
so the deadline is the 31st of December for the full payment. I haven't heard anything negative about it, and I believe it's on track.
Well, that's fantastic news.
Right, now,
great for all parties.
Either way...
Great for the races. Mate.
Either way, but Heathcote's still running.
The show goes on.
The show goes on, mate. Right? And that's amazing.
Have you heard anything out of Willowbanks here?
Tony DePero, 13-day no COVID.
They've been okay for a little while, Willowbank.
Yeah.
They've been okay.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they opened the borders for everybody, Victorians, everyone to move up there and race.
It's still a problem. Harley Hamilton say I would pay $1,000.
There you go.
Heathcote is charging $100.
Yep.
Heathcote is 100.
Heathcote currently open? Can I ask?
I'm paying $200 to race on Saturday.
So Heathcote is open?
Yeah.
That's what I just asked. Is Heathcote open for business?
It's open for business.
There you go.
Open for business.
Well, that's
so
it.
all the people in Victoria, I understand you're focused on one track, but there's another track in Victoria that is running, right? So again, support the tracks that are there.
Mr. Radial Life, good evening.
Paul Garcia, 1K per car would be sick. Radial Life, we've got to get him on. Is the next No Excuses plan for 21? Can you let us know a few details, please? Leo Frankie, I just want to race. Jim Grillis, I want to know, was the Cortino healthy through the skid?
Bloody healthy.
Still survived, bro.
That was Duffy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was recording Speedy at a power cruise and he goes, geez, that's bloody healthy.
Oh, was that? Yeah.
That was one of the 8,200 RPM limiter bashing Speedy was doing for 400 metres.
Have another beer, Vic. Yusuf Abraham, yeah, mate. Get the Tirana ready, mate. Todd May, I know there was about 5 cars that were coming from Vic to run at the test and tune at the day before GTR Festival. There was a change of dates, absolutely.
Look, we know there's been jakes. We know things have been pushed back. We know events, but it's nice to get the information.
Do you know this guy?
Luby's a gentleman, mate.
Do you know Luby?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, Luby's a gentleman, man.
I think I met Luby probably 13, 14 years ago, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a V8 turbo brother.
Are you serious?
Yep. Good guy, mate. Good guy.
Luby said large sporting venues from next week will be able to operate at 25% in Melbourne. So Calder Park's pretty big.
So is that 25% of the
capacity
of the grandstand capacity?
Yeah.
I mean, if Calder Park can hold 10,000 people, are we saying 2,500 people can go?
Wow.
Because that's what can happen. Wow. That's what it is to me.
Wow.
I remember going there to the
Lubeck,
Nationals in
can anyone let us know?
97. I remember going there in 97 and there was, I reckon, 15,000 people lined up across the left there.
Okay.
1080s in 97, Sam. Anyway, what were they doing? Anyway.
We need to get Frank Benson. I love you, Frankie.
Frank Benson.
He goes, we need to keep the cars 1.5 metres apart and wrap a mask around the grill. Absolutely.
Yeah, Frank.
Okay, how are you? As of 8th of November, outdoor activities have a max of 10 people for Victoria. They are still on stage 3 restrictions. Great.
So is it 25% of the capacity?
I don't know.
It must be.
Well, AK saying that maybe not. Mark Sheridan, howdy. Paul Garcia, early next year. Chris Noble, more than happy to just pay. Let us run $100 for test and tune at Heathcote and open a run. Absolutely. We're travelling 4 hours to go to Mildura. Absolutely.
Support 'em,
Mick
mate.
Duff, this is a first week for Heathcote Metropolitan Melbourne people. Guys, go and support the track. Matt Clark, Heathcote in rural Victoria, different COVID rules. Absolutely. Lube, from the 22nd of November is 25% capacity. I
Well,
think.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
not
so
this
what's
week,
the
the
capacity,
week after.
say, at Calder?
I don't know.
10,000 spectators?
Someone can let us know.
Well, that's good for the spectators.
Sam
and great
Nasso,
for the
Hurstville
races
Towing,
and
how are
great
you?
For the track guys, man.
So all I'm saying, guys, is reach out to your local sanctioning body, reach out to your local tracks, and get us some information. Yeah? Billy Salikas, this is about 2 step away, but it would be good to get some good food there. Not just donuts, dogwood dogs, would be families in it, make a good night out.
Yep, I'm hearing
absolutely.
you.
Okay,
On all fronts.
We'll talk about that shortly. Okay, Bianca, okay. What's going on with Swan Hill new track doesn't get
Can
used?
someone tell us about that? I didn't want to bring this up. We had potentially one of the fastest tracks in Australia. Gone, puff with the wind, dust gone. What happened there now?
We need to raise some funds
My
for
God.
Swan Hill. We need to
My
raise some
God.
funds.
What a track.
Swan Hill has an issue in the braking area. Travapi.
There was a couple of things I've heard, but someone please tell us.
The
What is
council-
they said with the dust that blows across there, you can't race. It's not fit.
I don't think it's a dust, Vic.
There's a step in the track.
Yeah.
People correct me if I'm wrong here, but you know what? That track there, I've seen cars at 3 different tracks go there and run PBs, man. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
talking about, man. I've seen guys going 850s, 840s and go there and run 820s, man. I seen it, man. I seen it.
The great track.
You know what I'm saying?
There-
What a shame, mate. And a letdown, man. Why? What needs to happen there? Who's in charge there?
We need some money. The local council runs the track, and with
Obviously
COVID,
a very small
it's a
community.
very small community. They don't have the money now to fix that. So if we can get,
Do they need a major sponsor there? Do they need people? What do they need? What is the cost? What is going on there?
I don't know.
Who's in charge there? Can someone from Swan Hill reach out? Can we tag someone?
Can we
they
speak
contact
to
us?
Peter Stroud? Can we speak to someone? You know, see what can be done. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason for it.
I mean, there's 3 new tracks in Brisbane being built, up north, I should say.
Yeah, there's,
And,
there's
you know, so
Townsville,
things are happening. Obviously, it takes money, it takes budgets. There's a lot involved.
and that's a good segue into the next point that
absolutely.
I have. Ladies and gentlemen, I would be remiss if I didn't say that the ultimate goal of any business is to at least generate enough revenue to pay for your costs. Would you all agree with that statement? And I was speaking to someone earlier today, Vic, with yourself, who's run corporations that have had
Multinationals.
public boards that require
We're talking multinational corps.
extreme reporting. When I say extreme, you have an independent auditor that needs to come and audit you every quarter and then provide a financial statement to members.
etc. Absolutely.
Now,
That's a given. Everyone
when
knows
you're running a non-for-profit organisation like a track, those sorts of things are not a prerequisite, right? So, I don't know what these trucks run at, whether they run at a loss, a profit. I don't know what's in the bank account, nor do I care. I just want to race. Yeah, I'm a racer.
I think 99% of people
However,
get to the track.
a lot of these tracks are facing financial difficulties because of COVID, right? But I think there were financial difficulties before COVID.
Well, I think at a lot of tracks, man, there would be coming in from a lot of various information.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, let's face it.
So let's be honest here. I don't care if there's government grant. I don't care if you've got all sorts of things going on with your tracks and you're building new tracks. I'll tell you the first thing that happens in construction when they put up a new apartment tower, Vic. When they put up a new apartment tower, people want to buy an apartment with the lowest levies possible, Vic, because they don't want to have a lot of outgoings.
Yeah, remuneration hammerings.
All right.
Yeah, hammerings I call it.
Now, what normally happens when that's the case is the building starts falling apart at that point because they don't have a building manager, they don't have a cleaner, there's no uptake because there's no upkeep because no one's
to
been paid.
facilitate what needs to happen.
So what happens at the first AGM and at the first 12 months, the first thing they say is, mate, we need more security cameras because there's about 50,000 people more coming through here because there's retail downstairs. And, mate, the building's falling apart. We need a building manager so they can go around clean and organise plumbers and stuff.
A facility manager.
Yeah, so what happens? Well, they look at the budget, Vic, and there's no money, mate. They're broke.
So what happens then?
Well, then you need a special levy. And people don't want to pay special levies, Vic, because they don't want to dip in their pocket because there's a little bit of cobwebs, you know what I mean?
There's crabs in
A little bit of cobwebs happening there. A little bit of crabs, you know? We know a few people like that, Vic. They've gone their whole lives like that. But anyway. So this is the same problem with a track. You can have the big shiny track and have the big bow and brand new tracks, and you've got your regional tracks that have been going for 30, 40 years that don't get government grants and they're still doing it. But,
look at Swan Hill.
Mate, here's the problem. As racers, we need to be more involved. And we kept at arm's length because there are boards. There are people that are in charge of doing this thing. When I say we need to be more involved, one, we need to get more transparency on what we need to do as a collective. So the track needs to come to us and say, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a $45,000 gap this year because we want to do the following things. We want to get someone like Archie's Burgers, who sponsors us.
EG, yep.
And we want to give out free burgers for a night to the racers as a give back. And that's going to cost us $3-4 grand. Now we've allocated that. Or we want to get Frank Canistra, who does the pizzas. Frank, we know that you're a racer.
Jeez, I wouldn't mind a pizza now. Frank, are you around?
Wouldn't mind, Frank.
I'll give you an address, I'll text you, mate.
Come down, Frankie.
I guarantee you I'll punch you out 12.
No, we can't build a track, mate, because I don't have time for it. What I want is, I want the racers to understand that the tracks are not multi-million-dollar corporations.
That's right.
And there are times where the track needs...
a lot of money and
so
effort.
what can we do? Okay. I'm going to look at a sponsor package for Sydney Dragway for Jet 275. I'll do it. No
I
problem.
believe there were some sponsorship packages that were mentioned last week on the show.
We mentioned them last week, right?
All the walls and stuff like that.
I've given money to tracks. You've done the same.
No, you've done a lot.
No, we've both done
Credit
things.
where it's due, mate.
And you
Good on
do,
you, mate.
and you do things behind the scenes where people don't know about, right? So I'll give everyone the long and short of it. We have to come together as a collective to understand what does a track need. So if Calder Park Track turns around tomorrow and says, listen, we want to do a new booth, a new booth for you to pick up your time ticket at the bottom of the track. Yeah, because right now you've got to drive all the way around.
Come through,
Yeah. Okay. So,
it's just an example.
Or we want to do a new return road. Okay, it goes under the track. I don't know.
Whatever.
Right?
We're just EG.
And we need 100K before we can do it. Great. Races get together. Businesses get together. We work out a principle with the track and say, okay, I want to sponsor. I want to sponsor this race. I want to sponsor this area of the track. Yeah. I want to donate. I want to have my signership up for 12 months because I'm donating.
Yep.
I want to do something to help you raise funds. Yeah?
Get a sponsor pack happening. Whatever. Get some time.
All of a sudden, 10 grand turns into 15, 15 grand's in 20. Over 12 months, 100 grand's been raised.
Like a good mate Archer.
Like a good mate Archer.
Up in Willowbank. Supports the street meeting.
Absolutely.
Soldier.
Absolutely.
Him amongst many, many other guys and guys out there like yourselves that sponsor.
And we'll talk about Adelaide.
Well done.
Adelaide needs upgrades.
Well done.
Sydney Dragway, we're going to have probably the best racing facility. Yeah. But Sydney Dragway needs to do some more upgrades. Like we're going to need to do security upgrades. We're going to need to do Wi-Fi upgrades. We're going to need to do food upgrades. Absolutely. I put a post up, not for Sydney Dragway, but in general.
Yep.
I got asked by
well, people are jumping up and down and messaging out there. What's happening with food? What's happening with things? I mean,
so you get all the
things
time
that make people comfortable in their environment.
And I spoke to someone. I may have alluded to who I spoke to, but anyway, I spoke to someone and they said, "Look, why can't we have a rotating roster of food trucks? Yeah." So everyone gets a shot, everyone gets recurring revenue, and the track makes money too. Because these people come, they'll pay. As long as the track gives a product where these people can come, everyone's happy.
Wouldn't you be happy to say, well, mate, I'm going to race, but you know what? That guy's going to be there tonight. I can't wait. I want to throw the food's mad. You know what I'm saying?
Now, wouldn't it be great, guys?
Food at
Knefe.
mile an hour. Is anything better than that?
What's that Knefe thing, right? You know the boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of great vendors out there.
Yeah, or Two Smoking Arabs, or the Butcher Boys, or Frank Canistras and his pizzas, or there was
Whoever.
there was a
There's
gelato. There was a gelato thing that Aki's Melandro put. Imagine that we do a night of racing, and down in the bottom of the pits, you've got all these food trucks in any track. Yeah, what does that bring, ladies and gentlemen? What does it bring? You answer the question.
Bums on seats, ladies and gentlemen.
For me, that's the attraction. Even
Don't
if you
sit
don't
here
like
and tell
racing,
me you haven't gone to track. You said that food's shit. It doesn't matter who's got it, whatever. If you said that, well, you're agreeing. That's it.
any track in Australia, in the world,
You want to be somewhere where it's ergonomical.
I'll give you South
Is that what it is?
South Georgia Motorsports Park. Do they not bring in the pizza thing that we ate with Paul Moy and David Moy? Massive pizzas, like I'm talking huge.
Oh my
You
God.
remember that?
24-inch rims.
They bought the kebabs, they bought the churros, they bought everything.
Fried Oreos, deep fried Oreos.
Absolutely.
I was eating them like Scooby-Doo style. Bing, 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 bing. They'll go down, mate. Don't worry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next part. I believe every single person, there's 243 people here. Alex B said Archie's. Whoever it may be.
Whoever.
That's a good one. Let's get memberships happening at all the tracks.
Yep.
Let's get memberships happening at the tracks.
Yep.
What does membership give you? It gives you entry.
Yeah.
It gives you a car spot.
I think it's something that needs to be looked at. Great point.
Very good point.
Very good.
Right? Oh, Archers. Archers are gentlemen. Yeah, absolutely. Will Smart. Yeah, absolutely. So,
Who said the point about the membership there?
let's go back to that.
That's pretty cool.
We're
That's okay. Was it Nathan Rose there? Really, that's not
yeah,
good.
does Sydney have a club where they have paying memberships?
No.
I think it needs more than that. Okay, Bianco, sorry, I'm just trying to catch you. Memberships are a great idea. Paul Mahayat, it's been spoken about. It's been spoken about already.
Paul
Okay.
Moy, I'm going to say it. You're the man. I'll leave it at that for tonight.
Paul, I understand it's been spoken about, but mate, there's 244 people here that are agreeing. Now, last episode got about 21,000 views, Vic.
Within 6 days.
I don't
So
know.
there's a few people watching.
A few people watch it. afterwards.
21,000.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you to everyone that watched.
absolutely, right? Even if you just say 20,000, right? So, if there's 246 people watching now, ladies and gentlemen, that you agree, I understand it's been discussed, but why haven't we made a move on it?
I guess it needs to be done.
We
It
pay.
needs to be brought forward. That's it.
I pay my membership for IHRA.
Yeah. IHRA, Andra, whatever you are.
I pay.
I believe you could also be a member with those and not race with those sanctioning bodies.
Absolutely, right? Deep
But
fried oil
for the
there.
tracks, that's another revenue. There's an
George
option.
Lazos, Yasha Boys. Adam Layden, how are you?
Good evening, George. Nathan Rose.
We have
good
a club in
evening again.
Townsville. We don't have a track. You're getting a track soon. Wednesday night drag meets. Steve Kodge should have some barbecue areas. They will be doing barbecue areas, but all tracks need that. Price has to be considered. Pay to get in track. They buy food from food trucks. What about electric barbecue areas on the other side? It's happening.
Well, we know there's no.
Paul's saying they're talking about making it happen. Well, I'll support anyone that's supporting him making it happen.
Absolutely.
Right? And Paul, you know, maybe you need to be Paul. I don't know if you're a member. Maybe we need to make Paul a member of the track,
Whatever it takes.
or you know, Paul needs to be on
Is it
a
revenue
committee.
raiser? Absolutely. Will it bring
You know,
people?
but Paul,
Absolutely.
Paul's got his heart on his sleeve, mate. Absolutely.
Guys, great ideas.
Bring it to the organisation team. Absolutely. So look, we've covered a few things. Firstly, we covered Sydney Dragway, and there's going to be a delay, but they're going to get it right.
If you
right?
build it, they will come. Well said, Billy.
Next thing is, if you want to know about Melbourne, speak to Melbourne, speak to the sanctioning bodies.
And let us know.
I'm happy
we have
to
got
have
some
briefings.
information.
I've got
After
information.
The 22nd, 25%.
You
whatever that means.
let me know now, right?
Adelaide, let us know. WA, let us know.
WA, we're going to have the WA boys on next episode because they're good boys. You're going to have them on. They'll give us a full update.
Talk and power.
Talk and power. Let's get them on. I'm sure the
Great
spectator
guys.
numbers go up. The price can be lower. The track needs to make sure they are making money. This is what I'm trying to get out. Yeah, as a non-for-profit organisation, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fine balance. Yeah, fine balance because I'm sure the
Making wind. Oh, jeez. You got to laugh, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have a go. You got to have a go.
The wind's blowing, ladies and gentlemen.
We're all
outside.
happy for. We're all here for the right
You see the
reasons.
pool? Someone's going to jump in there.
Steve, guys, they should have a few hoists. They can rent them out.
Before we go on, just big thank you to our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Power
We've
Cruise.
chewed everyone to death, but
Power Cruise, ladies and gentlemen. Power Cruise, absolutely.
the Archies, ladies and gentlemen, get your laughing gear around the Radial
You
Burger.
talk and I'll hold them, all right? Go. Archie's Burgers.
your laughing
Based in
gear, Radial
Sylvania,
Burger.
Sylvania, ladies and gentlemen. Go see Peter Pelikas and the team. Open most days and nights. Go and see them. And ladies and gentlemen,
Head
ask
down
for
with
your
your
Radial
family and
Burger.
have a great night out. The Shroud Group,
Peter Stroud and the Stroud Group.
doing everything and anything in demolition, construction,
Demolition, excavation, yeah. Plan and hire
excavation, plan and hire,
Absolutely.
equipment on hand. Give them a ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, 20 Commercial Road, Australian Muscle Car Sales, ladies and gentlemen. Australian Muscle Car Sales. Jump onto their website, have a look at some of the best muscle cars in the country. Chris Sortzis and Mike Selby have a chat with them.
If you need race parts, new or used, recycled, refurbed, whatever you want to call it, Proline, 481Xs, 526s, fuel techs, whatever it may be, Elite Race Parts, get on their website. There may be something there you might want to pick up and save yourself a bargain.
We've done
Who
that
else we
one.
got here? Of course, the good
Tuner's
lads
Edge.
out at Tuner's Edge.
Now, Christian was on before. We said to you, Christian's got a cruise on the 21st, ladies and gentlemen. Tuner's Edge has provided us with a $100 voucher. And the $100 voucher, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be awarded on the night to the best race, the best car presented. The boys will choose who they will be. Thank you to Tuner's Edge. Also,
Thank you, Arthur.
we're able to announce through Arthur that the Black Friday specials will be announced through Operation Radial Freedom prior to Black Friday. Tune in to Operation Radial Freedom next week. There we go. Plasma Man Racing, ladies and gentlemen. PlasmaManRacing.com. Vic, you've known Oye and Alex
long time.
for a very long
They
time.
make a great product. The guys that have been under the pump like most, but be patient. If you need anything from them, if they're to suit your needs, give them a call.
My
Happy to help.
entire car, ladies and gentlemen, my entire car has every Plasma Man product available for a barra. I couldn't be happier.
Got some steam.
It's got some steam, bro, and we're going to make some more next Wednesday.
Plasma Man guys.
Actually, big thank you to Tuner's Edge for the sending through my Platinum Racing coils, because I'm getting those put on next week, because we've got roll racing next week as well.
Plasmaman.com.au, ladies and gentlemen.
Plasmaman.com, and of course,
The man at the new location, 28 Violet Street, Revesby.
Speedy Diffs, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best diffs builders in the country. Someone who cares about their end product, someone who'll stand by their product, someone who'll make it right if it's not right, someone who'll go out of their way, someone who'll sacrifice family time, someone who'll make sure that the person is happy with the end result. Ladies and gentlemen, Speedy Diffs, 1004 Botany Road, speedydiffs.com.au, Speedy Diffs on Facebook and Instagram, and of course now 28 Violet Street in Revesby, ladies and gentlemen, will be opening very shortly. Please support the people that support us. Now,
The good lads at Power Cruise.
we've spoken about everything. Of course, Power Cruise, I mentioned them first. Power Cruise, ladies and gentlemen, jump up. The Christmas party's coming up. They had a beautiful event that was wet.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Sorry, Vic, they want to pay $100 to charity to see Vic jump in the pool. So Steve Cos,
I'd do it for free, but
$200 to any charity of your choice if Vic jumps in the pool with clothes on. We're at 300, Vic. I don't know what the number needs to get to.
Steve got
Speedy's
that's
a legend.
300 now.
They're at 300.
Oh, backflip. Take it easy, man. Is that a sports bed moment?
Speedy's a legend from Grant Henderson ESP. Say backflip is saying,
Yeah.
I'll donate a steering wheel for the FGX if Vic jumps in. Mate, he'll tell me to go buy it, Jamie
jeez.
Drevis. But actually, Jamie Drevis, I do need to speak to you. PBS, mate, they're doing a lot of work for races now. Flat bottom steering wheels for a lot of these cars.
Yep.
So a lot of taller
All the
guys.
late model stuff.
All the late model
That's
stuff.
pretty cool.
So VE, VF, flat bottom steering wheels, FGX, FG. And they've also got shift lights on the steering wheel like a Ferrari now.
So you can integrate it
So you
in
can
there.
integrate it straight through the
Computer or
straight
PDM
through
or
the
whatever you have
PDM.
there,
Yeah,
whatever
absolutely.
your management system is.
Yusuf's gone another 100, Vic. So we're
Speedy said 1,000, so where are we all together?
we're at 1400, Vic.
Yeah, if we get the 5 gajubas,
I don't know, if we get the 5 gajubas,
I
throw it in.
won't shake in it.
Jenny, I respect the relationship I have with Vic at this stage, and
Oh.
we are going on a trip later on. So if I throw him in, Jen, there's going to be some cancellations. So you don't want that, Jen.
We're going to pull up this thing here on the dyno next, so anyway.
Absolutely.
The wet seats aren't good.
Update on the VS. Don't go there. Do not start me, and do not start Vic, because if you start Vic on the VS, there's going to be blood. I'm just going to
read. Sorry, what Sean's saying. I think an issue over the years has been listening to the racers too much. Yes, racers are important and need to keep them happy, but we also need to listen to the fan spectators.
Yes,
getting back to through the gates. Absolutely.
Sean,
absolutely,
you hit the nail on the head.
You guys are just as important, if not more, mate. Nothing happens.
I've been saying it for
Spectators,
years.
fans,
bums on seats.
We
even got a bus donated, man. Yes. Frank knows the general. Julesy donated a bus, man, which we've got to get wrapped and stuff. So if anyone does wrapping, we need to get that wrapped for the track.
That'll be going to the local train stations, etc.
You've got Peter Palekas goes, jump in, Vic, and tune the pool pump.
Coming soon.
Tune the pool pump, he goes. Yeah, good one, mate.
Good. You're the man.
Speedy V or Barra coming soon, absolutely.
Triple layer, please.
Steve Midas, how are you?
Punching those burgers out.
I'll donate my time and talk shit for half of it, absolutely.
Speedy V or Barra coming soon. I got sick reading that. Tony 747. My God.
Absolutely. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, we've discussed a few things for the people. Do the people want to ask any other questions? Do the people want to ask us any further questions? Do you have any further updates, Vic?
There's a couple, but I'm just going to let it ride till next week.
You're going to want to wait till
I'm going to let it ride till next week.
Ladies and gentlemen,
important things.
Roll racing is next week. Roll racing's next week. If I don't bang the engine on the dyno, we should make some more power, and I'll be out roll racing next.
You bought tickets?
I bought tickets. Yeah.
Did you get us a complimentary?
I got you a ticket. Yeah. Why?
You got to buy. You can't buy at the gate.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know.
No, I don't know. With this COVID thing now, next thing you know, there's only 28 people allowed to be at roll racing.
Yeah.
Like, there's only 36 people. Hey, come on, man.
Absolutely, Jamie. That sounds good.
Let's not use COVID as everything, man. Because come on, man. My car's running faster. COVID, yeah. Are we going to say that? No.
Now, some amazing radial cars getting prepared.
There's a new ECU on the market, by the way, called COVID. Aha!
Ba-boom. I'd love paddle.
Yeah, mate.
Awesome. Mater Towing, how are you, sir?
Great to see you, man, on Tuesday.
If we're talking towing, big shout out to Hurstville Towing as well. Sam Nasser, thank you. Now, I'd be remiss, ladies and gentlemen. Want to thank everyone who was on the show last Thursday.
Adam Layton, sorry. We got to do more roll racing two-seaters. Absolutely. Get people pumped up, amped up.
The jets are blocked.
The jets are blocked?
The jets are blocked.
What do you mean? The injectors are blocked?
Matt Clark, V8 Supercars have concerts at events. Why don't we?
Vic Elfers.
Look, Vic,
sorry,
Vic Elfers, just wanted to speak about...
yeah, who said about a strawberry milkshake there? Send it over on Uber Eats. Send 3.
Did you guys see the new flow figures on the Stevens heads?
No.
All right, fair enough.
All I know is, mate, I'll show you the flow on that bloody milkshake.
Anyway.
I'll put that down, and that's not oak.
What is the plan to get people at the Kenda rounds? So, the biggest thing that...
Who went to Kenda Sydney? Did anyone come to Kenda Sydney this year? In February?
Yeah, we were there, right?
Mate, what an event. If you weren't at that event, what an event. The baddest real deal radial cars on the planet were there in Australia. Man.
Adam said he's been to Townsville back in 4 days, got back to Sydney. Absolutely, man.
I think his radials are worn out.
Big shout out to Daniel Moyd as well.
Good
Nick
evening,
Matrevsky,
Nick.
how are you? Adam Layden, nice food last Thursday too. Thank you, no problem. Big thank you to Sam.
Sorry, you're talking about Kenda. Getting bums on seats at Kenda. I think there's a big following. I mean, look at Brisbane, what was happening up there.
One of the biggest things that we want to do at Kenda, and I haven't spoken
Nick was
to
there.
Scott,
He put
Scott
down
Harper.
a few lamps of lacquer next to the radials.
One of my big things regarding drag racing, I grew up, ladies and gentlemen, watching drag racing with, falling in love with people like Snake and Mongoose.
Sorry, Jim Whitehurst, you're the man.
Absolutely. Jim Waters, a legend, supports everything that we do. Ramsden, how are you, brother? Hope you're well, man. Daniel Moy, you're a legend, mate. Had a ball at Kenda. I love you, mate.
Of course you did, doing wheelies.
Well done with everything you're doing in the
fast.
business. I know you're kicking ass, man. I was so proud to see your truck there. I took a photo with my business there as well, and mate, I was really proud to see the Moy's
Ford strawberry milkshake.
Ford strawberry milkshake.
Yeah, the trans coolers.
Yeah, Rob Summers. He knows, Rob.
He knows.
Might
You're
have to do some welding next Wednesday anyway. Rob. Who's racing? Weld the sump back up.
Oh, jeez.
Who's racing a summer
that better have everything it needs, I think. But anyway, moving forward.
I told them if it does make 1,300, no, I don't want to hear about it. Daniel Moy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of my big things that I grew up with, and let's talk John
Who's
Falls.
racing SummerSlam? Rob Campese's there, ladies and gentlemen. So's
speaking of Rob,
Michelle.
Congratulations to Rob Campese, one of the biggest racing personalities in Australia. His son Giacomo ran.
My wife sent it to me yesterday, last
I
night.
nearly got emotional, man.
He ran his past, man, the kid in his
First pass.
Subaru there. So
Subaru.
well done, mate.
He's getting laps because eventually the blue car, you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Just like Biden's got to take over.
I heard he wanted some sort of XR8 with a welded diff, I heard.
Oppa.
He's the young bloke. So I don't know what he's into drifting.
We're doing a little bit burnout.
But anyway, well done to Rob
Well
Campe
done.
and your son, mate, making his debut pass at Eastern Creek.
I think what we need is a little bit of rivalries. It can be artificial, but a little bit of rivalries.
Are you saying a little bit smack talk?
A little bit smack
bit of a
talk.
shit talk.
Now, we like the smack talk. I don't like upsetting people. Sometimes you've got to do a bit of smack talk. But the smack talk has disappeared for the political correctness.
Yeah.
I've stayed away from it, Vic. I don't want to have problems.
Political correctness.
But you, Vic,
you can't say cheese anymore because you're going to offend a vegan. You can't say peace because somebody wants to have a war. What the fuck is going wrong with this world, man? The world's changing, man. Well, let me tell you, radials aren't, and they're here to stay. And if you don't like it, stay on your dirty old slick. Sorry, Sam, keep moving.
Now,
Unbelievable.
I think I'm onto something, and it can be artificial. Like you look at WWF,
Well,
it's all part of the show, yeah?
I liked it when I was young in the early days.
Yeah.
Now I think it's a little bit too mainstream, but
If you look at it,
there is a massive following.
it's a show, right?
You know why? Because it's rivalries.
So imagine you...
Rivalries fuel bums on seats.
Imagine, right, you finish running now. And the camera's down there because Sydney Dragway is going to have 5 cameras now, yeah?
If you're not aware of that, you've heard it here.
They're going to have 5 cameras. It's going to have live streaming back to a cloud-based streaming
There's
service.
a lot going on.
It's huge, man. They're going to do something massive, right? Okay. Imagine now the camera goes down at the bottom of the pits, at the bottom of the return road, and Barrelos is like, "You tell that Scooters I'm coming for him. You get him on the start line. I'm going to blow his doors off." And it's on the big screen now.
Tell me everyone's not pumped.
It's on the big screen
Tell
now.
me everyone's not pumped.
Barrelos calling out Scooters, telling
Tell
him he's
me everyone's
finished.
not pumped.
Bring 315s. You got nothing for me. I'm going to smoke you on the start line.
That's what it's about. Well
Now,
said, Bella.
imagine that happened, and the stands now erupt. So when me and you now get match race, because all of
Here
a
it is,
sudden,
that you've been talking about it during the day. Well,
all
there's
of
a
a
couple
sudden,
of rivalries going on.
Scotty Harker said, "All right, you two."
Whether it's your aspirator guys, whether it's your RB guys, whether it's your rotary
Whatever it
guys,
is.
whether it's your 2J guy, whatever the class is, whatever the rivalry is, that is what's entertaining.
Not swearing, but building the show for the people in the
And
stands.
there may be some truth to it, which, you know what, so be it.
Building the show.
So be it.
Right? And Barrelos goes, "I'm going to smoke Scooter so hard on the tree, he's going to wish he had double the horsepower to catch me." Right? Something like that, where the people in the stands are laughing, the racers are amped up, and what happens at that point? Yeah?
It's like now, someone just said, when is Bit Old coming out? Well, I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you. Stay tuned.
Oh. And the call-outs will happen.
Stay tuned.
So I think that would be awesome. If we can get the track promoters to get a couple of the racers that aren't shy to get behind a camera, because we get I'm shy, I don't want to get on there.
Nah, nobody's
They're only shy because...
They're not showing the pitch cracking it.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, anyway, let's not go there. But let's
We
get
need a bit of action. The action is the juice.
let's
You
get
know
a
what I'm saying?
few people together and build the show,
Well, that's what it takes.
right? Build the show.
And then in the promo coming up in 3 weeks, we've got this guy and this guy. Who's it going to be? The duel. That's what it's
Right.
about. Well, they're doing it now with the SummerSlam.
Blower versus Turbo, Nitrous versus Turbo, you know, Krieger versus this person.
Well, you've got Michelle
Hellier
Campo
versus this
going,
bloke. Yeah.
coming up now.
Yeah, right.
How cool's going to be that?
Yeah.
How cool's going to... Blower versus Turbo. How cool's that?
That's
But
it.
we're saying filter that through in a few of the other categories.
Yes.
And the other classes.
But I think have that as a rolling show.
Yep.
Movie Sky, I'll be there every week.
There you go.
We need Vic as a commentator.
I don't know about that, but...
Absolutely.
Pro-line power to the front!
BTC! All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think call outs on Operation Radial Freedom. I've tried to have it before. People like it. People don't like it. Look, Matt McCarthy and Simon O'Carroll, they bet a few grand over our show. I think it was about $3 grand.
There was a couple of dollars there.
All right.
But I think now, and I will say it, COVID is finishing.
Just put a keyboard in front of him and watch the mouse fly.
Yeah, but everyone wants to hear it. You know.
Loreno, please. Anyway, he knows. Perry Boulevard
Ball
likes that.
teasers.
Absolutely.
I heard they might be handing out some at one of the radial events, mate. I'll grab a few packs. I'll eat those things.
Okay, now, imagine we can get a competitor to Maltesers, right? Or a competitor, we get a Red Bull and a Monster Energy car. Yeah?
Look.
And that, mate, that's the rivalry. That's John Force versus you know, everyone.
The whole field.
Yeah.
Force
They
field.
hated him.
Yeah.
That's Snake and Mongoose.
Yep.
They were eating together, drinking together, the wives were together. Yeah.
But at the track,
But
it was rivals.
And
competitors to the death.
But what happened? At the end of it, they go to the tower, they got paid, and they took the show to the next track. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Vic and I are talking about. I'm not saying Vic and I are snake and mongoose, but we can be. All I'm saying is, I believe that...
the Duke boys.
The Duke boys. All I'm saying is, that's how I would change the Kenda crowd.
You need to have
if you ask
excitement.
Me, no one's asking me.
How are you going to build excitement?
They're going to say, shut up, Sam.
What do you mean? Kenda?
Yeah.
That event, I tell you what, man, there's a lot of characters there. There's a lot of fast guys in a lot of classes, man. Let me tell you something. If you weren't in Sydney, where were you?
Absolutely.
Where were you and what were you doing and what have you seen?
I spoke to...
You want to see 5,000 horsepower cars on 315s getting down, man? You better come, man, to Radials, mate, and you better come to Kenda, mate.
All I'm going to ask you guys is this. Anyone that's watching this on Operation Radial Freedom, yeah?
I want smack talk.
Now, I want you all to picture this. I want you to picture testing on Friday night for Kenda with Chris Diggles and Shagger Matheson
on the mic,
on the microphones.
Wow.
With another commentator, whether it be Rusty or anyone else, on the start line. Interviewing the racers before the race. And Chris and Shagger
building it up.
Building the atmosphere. If you all didn't have your hair stand up right now, you don't understand what these guys can do for racing.
I've heard Shagger Matheson up. I've heard Chris Diggles, man, say some stuff. My God, you cannot help but get amped up. These guys are passionate about what they do, and they are part of this rolling entertainment.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight was the People's Show. We're going to wrap it up here. It's 9:22. Vic, is there anything else that you'd like to...
No, I'd just like to say thanks to all 268 people and 211 that have continued to support us. Guys that'll watch the show afterwards, thank you. Anybody that wants to come on, anyone that wants to pass on any information, anybody with any ideas, please forward it. Not just to us, to your tracks. Forward it. Wow. Forward it. Absolutely. Get it out there, man. At the end of the day, the more people that attend, the better the racing's going to be. And get those damn radials on. For God's sakes, man, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Absolutely.
Don't say COVID.
Mate, look, I'll be honest with you. During COVID, Yusuf from Argyle has built 2 of his own cars to get ready for
plus another half a dozen, and I'm sure a lot of shops have got a lot of cars and people are rearing and gearing to go.
I saw King FGX is ready. I can't wait for that car, man. Please, I can't wait for that car.
Edging to run that set.
I can't wait for that car to run up number, right? Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on all your investment. Thank you for your support at Operation Radial Freedom. For everyone that's asking, I'm speaking to Maria this week. I'm finalising. I'm only going to print the Barra stuff for the orders and a couple of extras for Christmas, so you can get a couple of things for Christmas. I'm going to print another couple of Operation Radial Freedom, just some sizes we don't have, and just get your orders out for Christmas. So if you want to do something, please jump onto the website. We'll restock a few of the sizes. Get your orders in before Christmas.
Corona. Okay.
It's Corona.
It's still going. You got to love the joke.
Craig Lewis, absolutely.
Everyone's got to laugh.
Osman Aussie, ready and waiting. They are ready on that car. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, they just need a bloody track. Mate, they'll travel to Willowbank. They just need to be able to go. For God's sake. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
It's all coming to an end and it's all coming to a new chapter.
A big thank you to our sponsors once again. We'll run through them quickly because we would be remiss.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Strauer Group, thank you so much to the Strauer Group. Thank you so much to Elite Race Parts. Please support those people that support us.
The guys at Tuner's Edge, man, just getting it done week in, week out, and their giveaway as well.
TunersEdge.com.au got a huge giveaway next week, and again, 21st is a big cruise from Pro Street Drag. Thanks to Tuner's Edge for their $100 voucher.
Speedy 1004 and 28 Violet Street, ladies and gentlemen. Now 2 sites. If you need him, get him on the blower.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 Commercial Road, Australian Muscle Car Sales, man. Australia's Muscle Car Sales.
Plasmaman.com.au. You know what's there, guys. You want to run fast? Get them on board.
It's plasmaracing.com, ladies and gentlemen. Plasmaracing.com. And please, whatever's in stock is in stock. If you need something made,
be patient.
Please be patient with Alex and the boys, man.
If you're happy with whoever you're using for all your hot side and cold side,
mate,
needs,
absolutely. There are other people, and
that goes for anybody too. But gentlemen and ladies too, plasman.com.au.
Deanna's a party. We're coming to do the show there before Christmas.
Absolutely.
Please get everything ready. Vic, I'm hanging to get into this pool, so we'll wrap it up there. Power Cruise,
ladies and gentlemen. Gup and the boys, Sean Hale there, get behind them. Couple of events coming up there.
And we would be remiss. This man here, not only does he have our back, not only does he support us where sometimes people speak negatively, not only does he have the best burgers, I believe, in Australia, if not the world, because I've eaten burgers all over the world, as you can tell. I'm in a full stripping diet, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. It's still going.
Yeah, I'm on a stripping diet too. I'm from 5 burgers, I'm down to 2, ladies and gentlemen, instead of dual patties 3. So I think that's a 50% reduction. I feel good.
5.3.
Big thank you to Archie's and the crew.
5.3 kilo loss so far, ladies and gentlemen. Just putting it out there. Mate, we nearly had 200 people for the entire show. 260 is our best. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank Peter Palekis from Archie's because honestly, that man gives us the strength to keep going. We really appreciate everything that he does. Steph Panis, how are you? Craig Lewis, man, you're a champion. Piss myself laughing. We need call-outs. We need racing and we need call-outs. That's what we need.
I need an Archie's burger now. We're going to head off from here and we're going to probably drive over there. It'll probably take us about 45 minutes, but I think we're going to go.
Yep.
Is it 9:30?
It's 9:30.
We might make the cut-off.
All
10
right.
past 10, he said we need to be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a great night and thanks for joining Operation Radial Freedom. Like and share. Jet275.com for your merchandise. Kudo is this weekend. Go to Motive DVD for all of your things there. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got some exciting offers coming from Tuner's Edge. Grant Henderson, ESP, I will see you on Wednesday next week. Yusuf Abraham, I will see you either this evening or tomorrow. Victor Baralos, you're the man.
We've got to eat something.
And of course, Nick Zarakis, you're always the man.
Nick Zarakis, you're the man.
Absolutely.
Don't you forget it, man.
Don't you forget
Have
it.
you heard what he's doing?
Well,
Tune in next week.
Absolutely.
I probably still won't tell you.
Are there any beers left? See you later, guys. Thank you. Look, I'm just going to put my food in, I think.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can go. Yeah! What are you gonna do? You think that I'm gonna do it? What? I was on radio, you suck. Oh, you're funny. Thank you. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Oh, God, he did it. Oh.